Hey there again, everyone. It's me, Jim, here for part 2 of The Thing. I never know what to even call these. I guess technically they're just tutorials, in the vain hope probably that someone will ever want to pick this up. So last time we covered 1 through 5, or technically 1 through 6, because apparently level 5 is the secret level, which we skip in the speedrun. But yeah, now we're starting here on Dunes, which is level 6 in the speedrun. You start off up here, and you'll see, let's see, this isn't entirely accurate on tourists. There's just going to be this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, I think. These 3 aren't there. So what you want to do is you'll run down here and you'll grab this red pack. This green pack won't be there. And as soon as you grab that, you'll start shooting rockets. You'll shoot one at him, one at him, one at him. And then those should all hit. You just want to kill those 3. And then as you run over this way, you kind of want to run basically an angle this way. So that around like 12 to 13 seconds is, or I guess actually around like 10 seconds, you want to shoot your rocket at this guy over here, who will be somewhere over here at this point. And it should hit him around the 12 to 13 second mark. And what that does is, once you kill all the mechs, three bulls will come up over this ridge towards you. And you'll be somewhere around like here. So what you want to do at this point is either go left or right, like just strafe around them, and you'll go up to here, and by the time they turn around and catch up to you, you'll be around right here. Now, this part actually gives me a lot of trouble, and I think out of like the trouble to how much I practiced it ratio, this was one of the worst. I should have practiced this a lot more, but I just sort of never did. It's just a bull ride, but because there's 3, they tend to like interfere with one another sometimes, and you could kill off 1. If you kill off 2, it just spawns like more stuff, so that's not good. But basically what you want to do is just bull ride from here all the way over to this point over here, just because that's the most efficient way. There's a few ways to do this, and I think experimenting with it is probably the best way. You'll figure it out. But there's things like if you get on top of a bull here and then jump off, or just keep holding back, and then you sort of hit space as you hit the sloped part, you'll just keep your momentum all the way until you get here. Now, I mentioned before that it's really hard to get on top of bulls on level ground, and that's easier if they're coming at you from above. But this level seems to be like a weird exception. I can really like, or not, I shouldn't say really, but fairly often I can manage to get on top of the bulls just running backwards and jumping when they get close, instead of them hitting me. So if you can do that, and then just one way or another, what you want to do is you want to ride over to here, and then you'll do a bull jump, which is where you sit on top of them near their heads, like in the corner like this, and then they'll run for a bit and not attack you, but then they'll stop and then they'll start moving their head. And if I remember the timing correctly, as soon as they start moving their head to like attack, that's when you want to hit jump. And if you get the timing right, it'll boost you up over this wall. The timing on that is just something you have to practice until you get good at it, basically. Once you get over this wall, you want to head over here and you want to hit this health coin. And then you want to move, basically, okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to go over this wall, head this way, hit this health coin, then you want to turn around and get lined up with this stuff, this door here, and run forward a little bit, and an ammo pack will fall from the sky. And grabbing that is what triggers the next wave, which is clear. Spawn 2 here on this side, 2 on this side. You want to kill all those. A big mech spawns here. You want to kill him. And then there's 2 blue guys on either side that you want to take out. Or I should say one blue mech on either side. And then, if I'm not forgetting a wave of clear, after that there's a little bit of a pause. And then a blue mech spawns here. And then 2 more clear and 2 more clear, and you'll want to kill those. And then there's a bit longer pause, and then a blue mech spawns over here. So you can sort of watch my video for like the fastest way to do it, I think, which is using the grenade launcher, because it has the same power as rockets, but you can fire it a lot faster. But anyway, yeah, after that you just want to go over here and grab the ammo pack that falls, and then wait a little bit and bring out your laser. And the laser is why you bind fire or attack to one of your mouse wheel movements, because with the laser, if you use the mouse wheel to fire it, you can actually fire much faster than you would normally be able to. So you'll see that in my speedrun where it's a trick called Turbo Laser, I think. I don't know if Freezer is the one who came up with it or not, but it's on the knowledge base, on the SDA knowledge base for this game. Basically, you want to use that because it has such high DPS, and these green dudes will spawn up here. One will spawn here, and that's the one you want to take out first. Then one will spawn over here too at like the same time, I guess, and then you want to take out him. And then the one that spawns in here right after you kill this one. And then basically you just want to start moving back and kill this one over here. And then one will spawn here and here, and you want to kill those. And one will also spawn here and here, as well as here and here. So you just want to kill all those as fast as possible, and once all those are dead, it's just a little bit of like a 3-second timer, and this door will open and you go through. And yeah, that's the end of that. So it's a relatively short level. I mean, the actual map itself is fairly small. But it's really frustrating whenever you fail the bull rides here like completely, because it does save a lot of time to ride on a bull as compared to walking. I never actually did the math to figure out like what percentage faster it is, but it's noticeably faster. So in any case, yeah, that's it for this level, and since I should already have the next level loaded up, we can just go right into that. Since this level here, Suburbs, is really short. It's actually the shortest level in the game time-wise, next to the first level. It's somewhere around like a minute, or like under a minute actually, if you do it fast. You spawn here. You just want to run forward, and if you kill the mech that's right here, he'll be like right around here. It'll spawn a clear. Oops, I got kind of lost. So you turn and you kill that mech and it'll spawn a clear. And if you're lucky, you'll get clear boost. Like you'll jump, if you jump right as you hear him leaping at you from behind, sometimes he'll line up with you right and you'll push you forward. And that's what you want. But I rarely, like I never get those, to be perfectly honest, and it doesn't make a huge difference. Like if you're doing an individual level run, then of course you want to go as fast as possible, but in a single segment run at this point, it's only going to save like 2 or 3 seconds, I think, total. Maybe like 5 or 6, I don't know, but it's really not like a huge amount. And it's kind of hard to get lined up properly, so. Anyway, when you get to this point, there will be a green dude here. You just take him out, go through these doors, and then you want to head right over here. This part can be confusing until you know where to go. Go between these buildings, and what you want to do is you want to hit this switch, and you want to run back over this way, around this way, through here, hit this switch, turn, and then run over this way. And what the switches do is they open up this well here, and there we go. Basically this well comes up out of the ground, and you want to like jump at such a point where that you fall straight down. If you're not careful, you'll hit let's see, I think it's right here actually. You can't see it because of the way the well works, but like there's gonna be a space, yeah. There's like a little bit of a gap that you'll sometimes land on, and you want to make sure you miss that, and you also want to miss this platform down here. So basically what you want to do is just fall straight down through the wall, which is really difficult. I'm sure if you have like how should I say it, reference points, like if you knew a specific place where you could jump every time and land perfectly, it would work. I just never figured that out myself because it only wastes 2 or 3 seconds, and honestly it's something I probably should have just figured out since this level is so short, but I just never did. But yeah, that's it for this whole level, under a minute. So I'll go ahead and pause recording for just a bit, and then I'll move on to the next level, which I guess to you will happen instantaneously. So here we are. This is the next level, Sewers. At this point, you start this level by falling in a cutscene. You just want to click out of that and hold space as you're falling, so that when you hit this water, you don't sink. And then go over here and jump up onto this ledge and go in. Narhead spawns here. You just want to double shotgun him or rocket him or whatever to get him out of your way. Run down here. And now I'm not entirely sure of the best way to do this, but I always just use the rocket launcher because that's how I saw him do it in the individual levels. You fall down into this water and you want to head towards this switch. And right around here, right before you get to it, you want to shoot a rocket just randomly, and it'll trigger all the fish to come after you. You hit the switch, and then you want to head up towards this corner over here. This part uses fish. Actually, this whole level is basically where you use the electro fish to boost you towards this corner, and then you just sort of hold space, or you try to like jump up, and eventually the electro fish will boost you up out of the water. You want to head this way up these stairs around here, through this door, and then fall down here and go through this gap. Now, there's another trick on this level that I didn't use in my speedrun because it's really finicky and kind of hard to do. It basically relies on getting clear. One spawns here and one spawns over here. And what you want to do is you want to run this way. And if you're going for this kind of difficult strat, a clear will be behind you here, and you time it so that he leaps into you right around here, and you jump, and he'll push you underneath this wall, which falls down. And that saves quite a bit of time, because otherwise this wall will fall when you're right about, well, I don't know, I guess right here, this is the trigger for it. Let's see, does it actually have the name? Yeah. Okay, so you hit this trigger, and then the wall falls. And what you have to do is you jump up over here, and once this wall falls, you can get behind here, and here's the switch that raises it back up. So you just want to hit that switch until you see it moving in. Sometimes you can be like right on top of it and hit use, and it won't like activate. So you want to make sure you see it actually moving before you jump down, and then you just want to go down under here. There'll be an electrofish, this one right around here. This one's kind of hard to like do anything with, but if you go left, it'll be on the right. If you go left, you can get around him, and he'll like sort of push you here sometimes. Now what you want to do down here is just head in a general forward and right, like go diagonally to the right here and up through this area. And the electrofish will usually boost you pretty fast through here. And what you want to do is just keep heading this way, and then go through this door over here and up. And if you're lucky, an electrofish will boost you right here as you get out, and it'll actually propel you all the way up this ramp to the top. So that speeds this level up quite a bit with the fish boosting you around. You don't want to kill those. And they sometimes give people bad luck. Like, I know a lot of people probably have trouble with them, like pushing them in the right direction. But I rarely have trouble with it, so maybe it's not actually such a big deal. I don't know. But yeah, just you'll get used to it after a while and learn sort of how to move to make them push you in the right direction. But yeah, that's it for this level. So the next level is Metropolis, and this is a level which has rain in the editor, and I'm not quite sure why. Because as far as I know, I've never actually seen it in the level itself normally. But in any case, what you want to do here is you spawn here. You just want to sort of cut this corner here and jump up here, and then come up this corner again and jump up here so that you can go this way. Some guys spawn here. I usually shoot a rocket just to kill them or whatever. Go around through here. There's going to be 2 Nars and a Scorpion guy right here. And what you want to do is kill that Scorpion dude, because killing him is what spawns Harpies, and you need those Harpies. And after that, you want to run around through here, shoot him. You want to strafe, and you sort of want to back up along this line of these stairs on this side, while just shooting all the crap that's basically following you. And then when you get around to like this stuff, you want to start just cutting straight over towards this corner. And if you're real lucky, the Harpy will be right behind you and like following you, so that as soon as you get here, you wait a little bit and then just jump on top of its back whenever it comes at you. If not, you might have to like manipulate it a little bit and like juke it around. I'm not sure quite how I did it in the actual speedrun video that I uploaded. But it's, again, just something that you practice with and you'll get used to it, even though it may seem really difficult at first. I know it did for me until I got used to it. Now it's like easy peasy. But in any case, yeah, you want to get the Harpy here and stand on its back and then just fly up. And don't fly against this wall. If you touch a wall while flying on a Harpy while going vertically, you will stop your vertical movement. As far as I'm aware, that seems to be consistent, so don't do that. You'll want to jump onto his back and kind of move this way. And then, since again, your speed sort of adds up, so you're moving 1, 2, then around this point you start changing back so that you're still going 1 and then 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on this way. But you want to move up high enough that you can get over this wall, basically. And actually a little bit higher. There's no like harm in getting extra height here. So once you're comfortable, then you just want to head this way, basically straight back this way. And if you go really straight, you're going to want to fall off sort of early, because you want to hit this big trigger here. That's what spawns the arena fight. Basically, yeah, you'll get used to like the Harpy timings, like how, and like understanding how fast you're moving and stuff, the more you play it. But yeah, basically we're going to want to probably fall somewhere here and just slide right through this trigger. And after that, there's a big like for 2 minutes straight, you just kill single kamikazes, and it's really boring. And then some harpies spawn. You can see how I do this in the speedrun again, but basically you just want to kill things as they spawn, and that's just something you have to memorize, like what spawns in what waves and stuff. One thing to note, I guess, is using the turbo laser to kill the harpies is really good when they're close, because again, the lasers have sort of like a lag time, I guess, like because they're not hit scan, they're actual projectiles. It's kind of hard to hit things from a distance, but when they're close, using the laser is definitely really fast. When the whole bunch of bulls spawn here and come towards you, it's best, that I found, and the individual level run by Freezer does this too, to use the grenade launcher, because again, it does like really high DPS, and you can shoot it really fast. So yeah, that's just like, I found the easiest way to clear this part out. And then you want to kind of move over to this way, because these big like lines of clear will start spawning along this way, and shooting them with the turbo laser, like just down the entire line, kills them really fast. But as far as I know, the actual timer at that point is based on when you kill the last clear, and the waves spawn on a timer, so it doesn't really matter how fast you kill the individual waves, just how fast you kill the last one. And when you kill the last one, these doors open and you just go through to the end. Now, there is a trick that I haven't seen any videos of, and I'm pretty sure there aren't any videos of this, but I know it's possible, but I didn't include it in the speedrun for a few reasons. So first I'll explain what the trick is, then I'll explain why I didn't do it. What you can do is harpy fly all the way past this, and you want to land up here on this part. So you'll fall down here, you'll stand around here, and what you'll do is you'll jump off this and land right somewhere in here, and right before you hit the ground, you duck. You hit your duck key, and you'll fall through the ground and into the end of the level. So you're probably thinking, well, Jesus, that sounds really fast. Why don't you just do that? Well, there's a few reasons. The first of all, or I guess I should say the first reason, is it requires your FPS to be really low. I was in communication with Freezer, and he said on 30 FPS you can do it pretty reliably. I had not a lot of luck with 30 FPS. I got it sometimes, but it was like 1 out of 10. I don't know if I'm just bad. I think that it probably just requires learning the timing, but I practiced for like a few hours, I think, and I just couldn't get it. But at 20 FPS, you can get it like at least half the time, probably like more. But one of the things I found was I tried different methods to manipulate what my FPS was at certain times, but it seemed really weird. Like I couldn't. There's a command in this game called imax active FPS, I think is the command. If you just type FPS and hit tab in the console, it'll show all the commands that have FPS in them. And that's what sets your maximum FPS, basically. If you set that to 20, this trick works, like I said, pretty much every time. But if you use a program like Fraps, to record, and you set it to, say, 20 FPS and to lock the game at that, if you use that method, I seem to not be able to get it. It seems counterintuitive, because the FPS is what makes it happen, I thought. And as long as it's the same, it should still work. But I don't know, I seem to just not be able to get it unless I use the specific console command to limit my FPS. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't include it, and the other was just because you only get one shot, basically. So if you fail it, you waste a lot of time. I mean, technically you could get the harpy to come back down here and then just fly against this wall and then jump on her back and then get back up here. Or actually just go straight up, actually, because apparently these jumps are easier the higher up you are. So that might be good. So yeah, if someone can figure out a good way to get that to work where they don't have to open the console midway, and by the way, I guess I should mention, the reason I don't just do the entire run at 20 FPS is because, well, first of all, it would look like crap, and second of all, you kind of need high FPS to harpy fly, otherwise you'll fall off. So yeah, you could technically, I guess if you wanted your speedrun to look ugly and kind of stupid, you could just hit the console and then hit the up key to preload the the command to lower your FPS ahead of time, which would actually be really fast. You just hit tilde and then hit up and then hit enter and then hit tilde again, and you could do that in half a second, and then basically jump, hit the ground, duck through it, and then as you're falling just hit tilde again and then up twice to hit your FPS back up to whatever a good speed is, and then close again. So technically you could do that, but like I don't know, I would feel dirty doing that in a speedrun, if you know what I mean. It's not cheating technically because you don't need cheats to do it, but it's, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, so I didn't do it. But yeah, I guess feel free, if someone else does it and beats my time, then I'll have to do it, so I just thought I'd mention it. But yeah, so that's it for this level, and that's actually it for this video actually. So I'll see you in part 3, and okay.